Wednesday. Quick message, quick food for thought, quick question. What's stopping you? What is stopping you, person that's watching this video, from going after your biggest hopes, your wildest dreams? Time is going to pass anyway. You might say, well, you know, what I want to do, it costs this amount of money. I don't have that right now. Okay. That may very well be the case. That's the case for a lot of people when they're starting off with something new. But don't you get up every single day, assuming you have a job, and you go to work. You work on somebody else's dream or work towards somebody else's dream with that anticipation that in a week, 2 weeks, you're going to receive compensation for the work that you've done. So why don't you chase your dreams in the same way? Why don't you get up every day and do something towards your hopes and your dreams with that faith in the back of your mind that people will be put in place, people will be put in position to help you along in the way that you need them to. That you'll receive financial blessings out of nowhere. You know who it comes from God, but you know other people will be put in place along the way to help you. Why don't we look at our hopes and our dreams in that way? But we'll get up every day and punch the clock for somebody else's dream. Like, really think about that. The time is gonna pass either way. So either you can be looking at 2024, or you can be in 2024 looking back at this year saying, dang, if only I would have started on this, or you know, I would have taken the time to do this, if I would have gotten back in the gym, if I would have gotten back in school, if I would have started to, you know, save money, I would be further along than I am now. Or you can be in 2024 saying, I am so glad that I was disciplined in 2023, that I took, you know, the steps to do this in 2023. Either way, when you get to next year, you're going to have an internal dialogue. And you control that narrative. Because even if you start something this year and it doesn't come to fruition until 3 or 4 years from now, that only means that 3 or 4 years that it took was necessary in some way to aid in your growth, or just to make it whatever it needed to be. The final product took 3 to 4 years. So that time, what it's going to take is what it's going to take anyway. So you may as well start. You may as well wake up every day with the excitement to do something that's working towards something that means something to you, opposed to living every day, oh, I can't wait until I retire. Oh, I can't wait until I hit the lottery. Hell, we all want to hit the lottery. But what do you do in the meantime? What if you don't win the lottery, if that's in the cards for you? What if you don't win the lottery for another 5 years? Are you willing to sacrifice your time or to be on somebody else's time for another 5 years with no indication of things ever changing because you're not working towards anything other than going to work every day? Like, really think about that. And when we talk about myself and Sade on our Hyphen podcast, when we talk about sitting in those uncomfortable truths, those are the things that we are talking about. Nothing changes if nothing changes. So if you are A-okay, if you wake up every day completely satisfied with all aspects of your life, do nothing, do no more. Like, you good to go. But if you wake up in the morning and you like, dang, I wish I could lay here for 20 more minutes. I wish I could play with my dog for 20 more minutes. I wish I could really sit down and enjoy a cup of tea and sit on the porch, or, you know, whatever that I wish is for you. That means that there is something that you have to do to make that possible. Because we can all have the lives that we desire, but it's up to us. I know that when God created each one of us, He put certain desires, certain interests in us to push us to become all that He created us to be. If I was satisfied with the idea of not walking into the garage of my house one day and seeing my G-Wagon in there, I might not be as pressed to, you know, put certain things in place to make sure that I'm in a place financially where I can afford that. And what Jay-Z said, if you can't buy something, what is it, 2 times or 3 times, you can't really afford it. And we've all guilty. But now that I know better, I make better decisions. So, you know, if that was something that wasn't a desire of mine, I might not be pushed to do certain things. But because that is a desire, I would much rather do the things that I need to do in terms of walking in purpose that I know will then open doors and put me in places financially where I can go cash out on a G-Wagon if I wanted to. Or I can purchase it under LLC as a tax write-off. Like, it's so many ways to get the things that we desire in life. But we just gotta take the time to learn those things and to be willing to be in a place where we're teachable and we're always learning so that we can become better versions of ourselves. And so I'm gonna leave you with that thought. Like, what is or are you living the life of your dreams? If money wasn't an issue, if, you know, time wasn't an issue, if you had complete control over your day and you could do anything from day to day, be anything from day to day, go anywhere, what would that look like? Like, really take the time, get you a notebook and write out your ideal life, because that is somebody's reality. The life that you desire, that you feel like for whatever reason is not attainable by you, somebody is living that life. And so it is possible, but you just have to figure out the things that you have to do. You have to take responsibility for that narrative in your life. And like I said, we all have to hold ourselves accountable. We all have to look at ourselves in the mirror and say, girl, you doing well, but you could be doing better, and you know it. And then we gotta up our grind a little bit. So everybody, create a great Wednesday. Do something today that the future you will thank you for. And I'll talk to y'all in my next video.